Hello everyone, welcome to the Roottrees are Dead, a game I've played before, but I figured, I'm feeling like playing it again, why not? It's my channel, I can do whatever if I want. Let's start from the beginning. September 6th, 1998.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottrees and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
I find it funny that it's like a real person and then there's just like these very obviously like computer graphic images.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottrees company's lawyers are scrambling. Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for. I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were.
You seen me do genealogy?
I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
I'm terrible at it. I haven't played this in a long time, to be honest, so I've probably forgotten basically everything that there is to do here. We need to have a look at the evidence, the internet, all of the names, the occupations, and the photos. Evidence. Have a look at that. Here's the photos. We've got the people taking with the Got Milk ad. You might recognize our faces from the magazine we're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're reading. Being a Roottrees is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. This was in a magazine, but we don't know exactly which one. And then we've got a whole bunch of people. It was not provided to me when I first played this game, but hopefully that shows how long ago I played it. We can have a look at the internet now. Oh look, there's a link directly to Family Doku now. Or maybe that was because I just found Family Doku the first time I played this game. Maybe I'll show some of that off. It's always fun. I find that a lot of YouTubers that cover Roottrees, at least the ones that I've seen, don't cover the Family Doku part. And it's cool, so maybe I'll show it off. There we go. And Roottrees Candy Company, and we've got Carl Roottrees. And I also need to look at the Roottrees sisters there. Highlight these, put them in my little book here. I'm not going to read the whole page. Hopefully you guys can read yourselves. If not, get used to it. I'll be pointing out what's important on the page. Because I don't read the whole thing, really. It's neon pink with purple text and hard to read until you highlight the words. This is, I've noticed this a lot. To be honest though, I am partially like blind, so I can't even read much of this text. He's married to TMS, so we need to have a look at who TMS. She's the oldest, Raina. Highlight this is, I'm actually gonna highlight the whole thing. And get rid of, yeah, perfect. Riley is a smart one, Rose is a middle turner like me. Highlight all of that. And then Mum's Brenda is a fashion designer, they do the modeling for her brand Root. I'll have a look at Root. And try to dress in plain Root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. So Riley dresses in plain Root clothes. And sometimes I want to get my ear pierced like Rose. So let's have a look at Root. Period as part of the name is a clothing company. a website is down. You've spied the Roottrees is looking hella fly on catalogs, magazines, and posters. Now you too can be like Riley, Rose, or Raina. You also come across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Root has released 2 catalogs per year every year since 1984, and Raina appeared on almost all of them. There is only one that the webmaster considered collector's items enough to mention. Things like Brenda Roottree, the Roottree sister's mother, and Root's head designer. So we know Brenda Roottree is the mother. Appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in 1985. The site says this was the only time her daughter was ever listed with her birth name, Carly Roottree. There we go. So let's have a look at. I honestly cannot remember any of it. Let's have a look at Brenda Roottree. Because maybe we can find her maiden name. Brenda White, right? Black and blue dress that's a Brenda White original. The auction described it as a vintage dress from before Brenda became Brenda Roottree and started designing clothes for Root. The white and gold dress itself doesn't seem relevant to your search. Haha, very funny internet meme humor. 420 blazer. It says that it's black and blue up here, but white and gold down here. So we got plenty of evidence now, right? We can probably fill in this whole family tree. We know that this, the oldest was Raina. She's a model. They're all models. It says over here they do modeling for the Brain Root. That's how we know they're models. And this is the middle child is. You said, yo, Rose is a middle child, but we know that Rose's real name is Carly. And we forgot to put in that she's a model, so there we go. Well, apparently I need to click on it, I can't just press enter. So there we go. Rose has her ears pierced. So which one of these has their ears pierced? This one. And then we've got the other one. Riley. Yeah, Riley. So they're like the Kardashians, right? They've all got R names, but RR. But Carly was actually born. Raina. One of them, Rose, was actually named Carly, but she didn't fit in. So the one that we've planned is this one, then the oldest is this one. There we go, easy enough. Ding ding ding. No one. I've not done any optional people yet.
Sorry to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet.
It's all good, man.
Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're high. The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial.
The internet's been around for like 10 years.
But here's the catch.
20?
The Roottrees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine. The man who
I'm sure about it.
was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives. Anyone related only by marriage is optional. But filling them in can lead to useful discoveries. Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable Roottrees. Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree. I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
Let's have a look then. Oh, she's back.
Sorry, one last thing. This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
A bunch of stars. Famous people, notables. Sleuth. Don't mind if I do. I've been trying to sleuth all this time. We need 3 people before he returns. But let's do some stuff. So firstly, I want to look at TMS. Tommy Mark Sheridan. Let's highlight that. And he's in brother trouble. And they married when she was only 19 and he was 23. A bit of an age gap, but not too problematic. Tommy Thomas Sheridan. There we go, we found him. Alrighty. Now we know the dad was Carl Roottrees. He was the CEO or the president, something like that. Let's have a look. Internet. Along with their wife, President Roottrees, and the Roottrees sisters. He was the president of the Roottrees Candy Company. There we go, we've found out he's the president. The entire Roottrees family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. The head of our company, Carl, was an incredible man and an unmatched leader. Filling his absence will be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, we hope that you can join us in looking back fondly on Carl and his family's triumphs and accomplishments. Like his grandfather before him, Carl earned a highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title. Oh, Watchman of the Year, what's that? Let's have a look, shall we? There we go. Business Watch magazine, is a magazine focused on companies, CEOs, and the economy. They've been around for over 100 years in one form or another. We often write about major changes in management at famous companies. Every year they offer an award to a prominent businessman who's furthered the field. There are 2 Roottrees, Elias Roottrees and Carl Roottrees. Let us have a look in the periodics for Bearz Business Watch and search up Carl Roottrees. And we will put in Elias Roottrees. Was that the other one? Yeah. Or his accomplishments are rolling out 5 pieces to a global market. Let's have a look at our evidence here. There's Carl. Let's get rid of this bit over here. Take a photo of him. Carl's wife Brenda, blah blah blah. Carl's cousin Jim Roottrees, let's highlight him. A young daughter around was the same age as Raina. Brenda's parents, blah blah blah. Second cousin Ernie Jr., who was the president of Roottrees as well. Refused to fund anything, so Carl put his own profits into the company. They repaid his investment, and now Root exists under the umbrella. Raina became the Catalyst cover model. The younger sisters are returned to just serve the paperwork. Okay, wait. I'll make sure to look at that again if I actually need it. Let's have a look at Elias and take his photo. We'll have a look at this in a minute, but let's put in Carl first before I forget. Yoink. So this is Carl here, and he's the president. And I'm imagining you're the last president because he's dead and he just died. This is Brenda White. There we go. Now let's have a look at Elias's accomplishments. 1908, Elias formed the Roottrees Candy Company after marrying his wife, who inherited a maple farm. Growing the business before 5 pieces, the company is really profitable, so we need to have a look at 5 pieces as well. Elias had a daughter, the first of 5 children. I'm going to highlight that as well. Elias intervenes 5 pieces. Isn't based on the initials of the 5 children, 1 flavor per child. Okay. Candy begins. Okay. With the help of his son, Elias Roottrees soon architecture reform. his son Elias is an architect. Let's highlight that as well. And we probably need to search up the Clancy Trust as well. We probably need to search up 5 pieces and find out exactly what order these people came in. Got 5 pieces here, right? The 5 flavors are not the same as back then. The original credit had 5 children. So radical new flavors because it's no longer the 1920s. Let's have a look at good old Elias. I reckon he's at the top here, right? But he's the male. Who do we know? Oh, there's Elias, yeah. It even says Elias. And he was the presidente. Number first. Back his photo in. There we go. And then what we want to do is go over to here on the computer. Type in. Who was it? None of these. I want to search up Jim Roottrees because he was famous. James Roottrees, singer who sings in the duo Jim and Diamond, like that as well with his wife Diamond. True. Consider one hit wonder drew the disco song Rolling On Down to the City. Oh, I get Rolling On Down to the City. Diamond is considered by fans to be the Laird band's lead singer. He refers to himself as Diamond's Dazzlers. Continue to other accounts you find a Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Okay, let's have a look at that evidence. We have a listen. What a banger. 10 out of 10. To economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East. Imagine if that was happening now. Never. Absolutely not. Listeners didn't seem to pay enough attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. It's even true today. Even on station there's plenty of these. It is credited to Peter Django from MMM, so that's something that we need to search up as well. And down to the city, but it's so catchy. I'm gonna be singing that tonight for sure. 10 out of 10. Let's have a look at this. Now, where do we think we need to have a look at Business Watch again? Carl's with Brenda, blah blah blah, including Carl's cousin Jim Roottrees. Well, let's have a look at Carl's cousins. So, anyone up down here is Carl's cousins, and this is the only notable. We know that Jim's is notable, so let's put him down. James Roottrees. There we go. And he's a musician. Now, we didn't grab a photo, so let's quickly go grab one. We also know this is Diamond LaRue. Let's go grab her photo as well. There we go. Back these in here. Oh, okay, so that's just the same. But I wanted to search up as MMM as well. Modern Music Monthly, a magazine from the 40s to the early 80s. Went out of business due to high competition from much more major publications. Let's search in the periodic MMM. Let's search up Cherry Tree, shall we? And then Sound of Laughter. And then let's search up, what's their band called? Jim and Jim goes into his first band. Dom and I were in C and J and J and D. Okay, I'm gonna highlight this. With my cousin and his ex. Clark never knew his father, so Clark was his cousin. Never knew his father, so Grandpa was with my dad and me. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jane, on the other hand, are actually sisters. So the four of us have such a cutesy family man thing going on. Not our finest hour. Regardless, when Diamond walked in Clark in bed with his younger sister in a family band. The only thing Clark and I had in common was music. He was all more interested in catchy tunes, something he'd hum a week later. Rolling is like that, yeah, I think rolling is like that. Wrong direction musically, I'm trying to make art. He's a lot happier now. He started to rap a tune, so we need to look at that. And he's a much better jingle writer than songwriter. One of the benefits of a famous family is a massive company willing to be a client. That's also how my father was connected to Roottrees, all of his old ad campaigns. So we know that the father is an advertising agency person. Yes, Clark was paying more attention. Okay. So we found out a whole bunch of shit there. Let's put in his photo. Let's check in. Oh, never mind. Dang. Yeah. Oh yeah, even. But yeah, steam rolling right now. Then what was I doing? I probably need to like delete some notes. Let's quick look at my notes and delete ones that I have not have searched. Searched out this. I've searched out these both. Diamonds Dazzlers. Search out those. I'm also gonna check just Cherry Tree. Diamond. LaRue. Apparently not. Let's search out the Diamonds Dazzlers, shall we? Diamond. Cool things you got in the mail. Is that Christmas cards this year? They're coming in by some pictures. Apparently, Jim and Diamond still honor it themselves personally. Ooh, that is quite cool. I think it's not pathetic. One is relevant. The card from 1996 included pictures of Jim and Diamond's young son Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. Let's highlight this and also highlight this. Okay, let's search up good old Floozies. All-female punk band. The opening act for the band of the reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this one was unusual, and not because the music, which she described as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in the good way, apparently. They were rumored to be the children of other famous musicians and didn't want that to be why they became popular. The reviewer also mentioned for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, the equipment was all extremely expensive. The CDs only cost $1. The reviewer said although she bought a copy, she'll be unlikely to ever listen to them again. It said maybe Beef Baby. Beef Baby. There's no picture of the Floozies playing live, but on the cover of the CD they're playing Conquistador. Been added to our evidence. Have a look at Conquistador. Wow. I think has been added to our evidence, right? Conquistador, yeah. Guitars / vocals, Candy. So this must be Candy here. Bass is Nikki and drums is Nina, but they're not photoed. So, have a look at that photo of Wolf as well. Wolf listening to his parents' music, apparently. Let's chuck those guys in. Anyone that's a child is easy enough, right? This must be Candy. Candy Roottrees. Very funny name. Very in line with the corporate propaganda. He's a musician. And we got Wolf. Also a very interesting name. Jim and Diamond, a bit on the artistic side, I guess. He's a child. We don't have child as a job, apparently. Got baby as a job. I don't think he has a baby though. Is he a student? The job? Yeah. It looks like he's in K-12. I don't know. Is that kindergarten through year 12? I wonder what year 12 is. What, like, how old are you? 18? 17? Around there? Americans tell me. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. We can always fill this in later if we don't actually find out. We should just search some notable Roottrees in the meantime. So I've got a whole bunch of notes here. So I can delete out this. I can delete off this. Let us search up refugees. Mark Rafferty LaRue's advertising firm. Inspiration for the famous Super Bowl ad campaign. Here's an advertising as well. I was in a department store getting a fan portrait with his wife and children when his wife was trying to get the youngest Katrina to come down for the picture. He had the idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. The other thing that I wanted to search up was set that up in J&J. I wonder if that's in the music as well. These times. Scanned the cover and noticed it covered it. Cost him over $200. Was performed with Jim's cousin and Diamond's sister. That was only somewhat similar to Jim and Diamond's later works. The track is also available. Ooh, after 35 minutes, blazing fast, I agree. Let's have a look in periodics here. I want to see if they've got any information in J&J. Called These Times is listed in the Skip It column. Two of the LaRue sisters. It's catchy at times, but ultimately doesn't. I wonder if he's interviewed the Floozies. I think he was probably, out of the game by that point. Let's search up Beef Baby. With a name like that, it's hard not to speculate on the subject matter. Could it be a euphemism or about a newborn cow? Perhaps the Floozers are holding a grudge against a toddler. Certainly piques your curiosity, evidently at the time of resources to look into it further. Interesting. So we've searched that one up now. Conquistable, I want to have a quick look at that. I don't think it will bring up anything because that was just the oven's name. Yeah, we've already read this one, so I can delete that off. We just searched up ad campaigns because that was to remind us that that was what Jim's dad did. So let's check that in the calendar now. And by the calendar, I mean this. And Isaac. Here we go. We know. So there's two cousins, and this cousin is not married. So this cousin is married. So this must be Clark Rafferty. And he's in advertising as well. Did we get a picture of him? He's been married a few times apparently. Look, he would be one of the guys in here. So this will be Jim and Diamond, and this will be Clark and whoever. Upscale songwriting catchy. Oh, right, we read the review and it said those words, but it did not include, was not in that order. Alrighty, maybe Jane, was that right? And there's Clark here as well. And then this is Katrina, the youngest. Yeah. Oh, I don't like this song very much. It's not my favorite at all. I can't even pause it. Gross. Well, we're gonna have to listen to it then. This is Clark, right? Yeah. Heck yeah. Banger. Booyah, in my opinion.
You're on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was
Sorry, can't hear you have the music.
Types. But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrees reunion. I also found some important looking papers.
Ooh, got some photos in.
You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
We don't even need to look at the evidence. We are on a roll. This is Clark, right? The reason why I think that's Clark and not the other one, Jim, I don't know whether I explained that or not, is because next to their names here, they got like JD and CJ on the flowers. And so this must be whoever his wife is. Let's check in Giant Diamond as well. This one. There we go. So hopefully that'll lock in a minute. Get a whole bunch of evidence. But let's have a look at that in a minute. In the meantime, keep on Googling. Oh, I'm trying to clear out my notes. So, well, let's have a look at Clark Gravity. Let's look at these times. Right. We've done that one. And we look at the LaRue. With the capital. The LaRues. With diamond. You'd think all the sisters would be here as well, right? Did it say what the sisters? Yeah. Oh, it was in the periodical, wasn't it? Jim and Diamond is the most boring. Clark, blah blah blah. With her youngest sister, first. Diamond and Jane. Jane. Jane LaRue. Okay. Jane LaRue. Jane Dalvicio. Listed on a talent for hire site as a Wooien singer. She got her start as a young girl when she was dating Jane LaRue of the Lucky LaRues. It also mentions to only contact her agent in the event that you actually wish to hire her. That any all inquiries about her past or her sister will get ignored. She does not like her sister. It makes sense. Cheated on by her sister. Okay, so that's the only page about the Lucky LaRues. Maybe I'll be able to find it in Modern Music Monthly though. Lucky LaRues. and make it big. Yeah, so say this about the LaRues. Doing work for their great uncle's record label. If you mentioned songs from the 1960-1965 that feature the voice of kids, they are probably involved. So kind of like the Jackson 5. Now that he's passed, they're going by their full names. Damon and Jane have been touring with some famous faces. Youngest Kim is about to set a problem taking over one of the children on Oliver. Interesting. So I think that Kim's his current wife, Kim Roottrees. Or maybe this wife. So maybe this is Kim, this is Jane. But I don't actually think that, because this person's got a photo, and we've already got a photo of Jane. I think this is Jane LaRue. She's this one. This is, what is her name? Kim LaRue. We actually had a photo of her as well. Let's see if we can grab that from the evidence. Yoink and yoink. We might as well grab all their photos. I'll search out Kim LaRue in a minute as well, because I wanted to get the other daughter's name. Kim. No, she's not. So we don't actually know the other daughters. Oh well, I'm sure we'll figure that one out in a minute. And this was Kim here. The youngest was this one. And he said, yo, I'm trying to get my youngest. So we can delete this. Youngest Katrina. She's a child, right? Oh, we can search up LaRue as well. You don't? K through 12. So let's search up for FD LaRue, because that will be her last name. Jessica, there we go. And this is Jessica. And she is also a child. There we go. Alrighty. We haven't figured out who this is yet though. Wonder if I search up Jane LaRue, find out more information. I think I already searched up Jane LaRue, right? That was the person that like, yo, I'm doing wedding singers? Yeah. Wait, let's delete this one. Got all the information that we need out of there. Got all the information that we need out of there. Got all the information that we need out of there, probably. And that. And that. And that. Let's search out this thing. Lancet Trust is a highly unusual corporate arrangement named after Clancy Edward Roottrees. It was Elias's son and the candy company's head lawyer. We get a lawyer who at the time is an oddity. That a fixed percentage of profits representing each relative of Elias and Gwyneth. An account is created for each brother and first successful blood relative. Action numbers have never been disclosed to the public, but due to the ever-increasing stress for the company, is a significant amount of money. Due to the many checks and balances written into it, get around. Which family members are trying to forcibly remove another member from the trust. Most details online are pretty vague since the matters are handled internally. The Roottrees versus RR. The 5-piece guarantee. Oh, I wonder what the 5-piece guarantee is. We got some more stuff to look up. Maybe we can search up the periodicals, maybe. Clancy Edward. Union. No. So it does not show up. I want to search out Gwyneth tree as well. First Anderson Maple Farm. I like that. Gwyneth Roottrees was Gwyneth Anderson. As the elder sister, she was staying here, and the Anderson Maple Farm as long as she married. Well, that's sexist. Why couldn't she do it herself? The family produced only syrup. It was Eli's idea to carry candy as success until they decided to combine their maple with other flavors. The website stole daily demonstrations that show many of the turn of the century appliances that Gwyneth would have used as a housewife. So she was a housewife. So let's check Gwyneth in now. This must be Gwyneth up here. We haven't got a picture of her yet. I know we just got one, but apparently up. There we go. She is a housewife. And I grabbed this photo. Put there. Let's grab this handsome photo of Elias. Back those and see if we get anything. Oh, we did. Let's go. We're owning. We're getting everyone. Oh yeah. Did we miss out on anyone? No. Okay, so we need to find out who first is this person's first married to, Clark, and also check Emin. We also need to find another photo of Carl, which is weird because you think we would have got it by now. He must be in like one of these family photos. Every 20 years, this is one for the Cities, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. So this is Carl here. Sorry about the water damage. A pipe burst in Carl's office. In Charter's print writing, it says November. There are a large number of curses in this, and Bonnie, next President Guy Hudson. Who do you think Guy Hudson is in here? Annie Jr., Caroline, Gwyneth M, Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim, Roottrees, Carl, Clark, and Eli M. Lots of people. Let's take a photo of them all. Make sure that they're all included here. There we go. Let us think for a second. I don't really want to take all of the people's photos, just so that my thing isn't clogged up. Let's check Carl. We know that he's this guy, right? There we go. We've got another photo of him. We also want to look up Brother Trouble. Quickly do that, just so I can remove it from my thing. Played by Tony Marcherdam and Justin Christopher Baker. Played by Penelope Tessa Green. As well as the trolls that came with raising two boys. And even a romantic pursuit of their next door neighbor Roxy. I highlight all these names just in case they're interesting. The showrunner was sponsoring director Ron Roottrees. There we go, we've got our Roottrees. It was cancelled in 1991 due to a significant drop off in ratings. I wonder what caused that. Let's delete all this shit as well. I shouldn't be swearing, but why not? Root, we've done that one as well. Done that. We've done that. And done that. Now we've done that. And we've done this as well. Any junior spearheaded route. 5 pieces. First of 5 children. Right, we still need to look up that. Delete this as well. We've had a look at that. This was just to remind us who did ad campaigns, so we're doing that. Yeah, let's search up Ron Root. Small screen director in the head of RR Productions. Let's have a look at that. Let's delete Ron from here. Production. You find it ended up Robbie Roottrees. Brother Trouble is ironic, so they did have Brother Trouble. In a comment thread on a message, why was Brother Trouble cancelled? I think it was because the writing went really downhill in season 2. They actually had an episode where Rocky was addicted to sniffing markers. Maybe it's due to the Robbie Roottrees Silver Screen magazine. Let's have a look at Silver Screen magazine. Let's spell it right there. Magazine. There we go. I even spelled it wrong. I do mean that. There we go. Hollywood Insiders magazine. Ooh. Ran from 1983. New magazine. Okay, sweet. So let's have a look at this. So, Silver Screen magazine. Look up. RR Productions. Under the name Robert in a French court of law. Embezzled from the company RR Productions to fuel gambling habit that left him with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. He then flew to Paris where he grew up, and then assaulted an officer who came to question him. There was a trial involving a Robbie Roottrees around the time that Brother Trouble was cancelled. Let's search up Ron. Don't blame nepotism, he gets results. And then serving as a showrunner, the turnaround of two Australian productions. Ron was born in the US but grew up in Paris with his once famous mother and his brother Robbie. He grew up in Paddy. Known for unusual shots, particularly when it comes to comedy. He's an attentive director who can work with actors to make sure the timing of a joke lands perfectly. To measurable until then he would play some underwrite project. He occasionally called his younger brother for script friendships. Just thought about bringing him into the fold. So Ron's a director and Robbie's like a writer, I guess. Let's search up this bad boy, Dustin Christopher Baker. Last owner rated at DCB. Straight to VHS movies. Most popular was Jane Eyre. It's a high school romance with a focus on skateboarding. He doesn't seem to be associated with the Roottrees. Alrighty. Let's delete that one now. Penelope Tressa Green in that case. See if she's interested in the Roottrees in any way. A club in Reno that Killian's food athlete got a stand-up start and first did a famous raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 80s before she was this TV star in Brother Trouble. I can see that being funny. Yeah. Under picture label Joker Landon. Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets. Both have been added to evidence. So this must be something to do with Roottrees, right? That we're adding shit to evidence. The famous one seems to be Joker Landon, which happens every Halloween. Since the person with the best costume wins a voucher, 5 pounds of buffalo wings. Every time. Okay, sweet. So they don't heckle. That's nice. Let's search up 5 pieces. Going all over the map right now. They still sell well to this day. They're pressed into the shape of a maple leaf. the 5 flavors have changed, but the flavors, the shape in combination with maple have remained consistent. Interesting. There's an advertisement scanned from the book called The Sweet History of Candy Volume 2 by Charles Lee. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Let's check that in the public library. Author name, there's Charles Lee, and the Sweet History of Candy Volume 2. There we go. This is a part of a book series about all things candy in the modern world. It starts in 1925 and chronicles continues onwards to chronicle the rise of mass production and global distribution. The book ends with a look into the future of candy as envisioned by experts in 1985. With the addition of hindsight, you can clearly see they got pretty much everything wrong. You find a newspaper ad for 5 pieces from the 1930s, but if this is volume 2, right, there should be a volume 1. Just smart, there we go. Throughout history, it starts with historical accounts dating back to the ancient Egyptians and chronicles candy through the year 1924. From companies you've heard of, including an extremely early newspaper ad for 5 pieces. That Charles Lee included you a major misprint. Interesting. Let us delete this. Look at that now. So let's have a look at this. Okay. This is the 5 pieces ad. G is for grape, E is for elderberry, CE is for signature, M is for melon, and introducing M for miracle berry. So it states that flavors are inspired by the children order as grape, elderberry, cinnamon, after is melon, and the new is flavor miracle berry. So I wonder if that's in the name of the children. And we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children. Yep, 5 children. So this will be grape, but her name won't actually be grape. But we do know one, right? Which is, this is Charles Edward. Clancy. And he was he the lawyer or the architect? Just double check. It was in Business Watch. Elias Roottrees Jr. Clancy Trust. So there was a lawyer, Clancy. Unless there was a CE. There a CE. C. Edward. C. Edward. Or Edward. Roottrees Clancy. Yeah, Clancy. We don't have a photo of him, do we? We just get the modern people. Anyway, let's check him in. We know he was a... Over at the Clancy Trust. We also haven't put advertisements in. We also don't know what Dad did. Interesting. Let's search a whole bunch of search, really. Search up Stephanie Jones, shall we? Who was in Carl's. Stephanie may have grown up with an unconventional family, to say the least, but in other words, it was still full of love. Love is the future. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the family company. Putting out a statement supporting Stephanie. Don't let our comfort split to the next generation. CM. I'm going to highlight all of this. There we go. Who's CM? We also have some more notables that we can search up. So let's search out Wooien Roottrees. Wooien Roottrees. Apparently I can't spell today. Interesting. Science not very well organized. Wooien Roottrees is an actress. She appeared in tabloids. Guys Like Us, eh? And Christmas. Have a look at those as well. Well, Gwen was the granddaughter of Elias Roottrees. So father took the mother's famous name, which was quite rare in those days. So her Roottrees person is a woman. Okay. So we know a couple of things. Well, let's search out Guys Like Us. Guys Like Us is a film where two secretaries cut their ears short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life, and one of them falls in love with their client. Starring Glenn Roottrees, Leslie Florence, and Harrison Lane. Let's search up these people, I guess. Leslie Florence. Not much information. Doesn't even do no trivia about her. Okay, Harrison Lane. Okay, see? Harrison Lane. And the villain in the first season, Western Frontiers. This time as the hero joined the protagonist. Western Frontiers had no connection. Harrison Lane seems to be a dead end. Or his high school sweetheart. Okay. Not interesting. But what about a Christmas mission? On a page called Flops. Gwen Roottrees had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. The movie was marked as an incredible true story, but no record of the events happening has ever been found. That's true for a lot of true stories. Is basically they're always either exaggerating things or just making stuff up. Do research. So we've had a look at these. So we also know that Gwen was a granddaughter. So let's have a look at how many granddaughters start. So we got one here, but we know this one was a guy. If I'm right about things. We got one here and we got one here. We know nothing about this person or this person. So it could be that this person is a woman. So we haven't really nailed it down yet. Let us look up Red Roottrees. Let's continue going down the list. Red Roottrees. A lawyer's hearing Roottrees. He's a red herring, I see. So we probably don't need to read this too much. Last name was merely coincidence, right? Okay, yeah, so we can cross him off. He's a red herring. Cross him off automatically. Oh yeah, it has a nice little herring next to him. That's cute. I've forgotten entirely about that. Lauren Roottrees, eh? Have a look at her. Lauren Roottrees. She's a book author. She wrote A Life Between Wars. Lauren Rafferty. Oh, so she's got something to do with Clark Rafferty. About a famous family. Lauren Roottrees. Life Between Wars. Blah blah blah. Exercise in high school English classes. Or look into life from previous generations. Lawrence Court and the Court Gesture family. Let's search her up in the public library. Lauren Roottrees and A Life Between. There we go. Let's search her up the I want to search up romance. she had spoken for one of her brother Clancy's lectures. So Clancy is a lecturer, a professor, if you would. And can we set her up as Rafferty? Was that re-released at Romance Court? Okay, I'll have to look into that later. Let's close this out for now. So we know that she's related to Clark, so she must be this famous one. That makes sense. Let's grab her photo. Here. Yoink and yoink. Let's put that one in. Lauren Roottrees. And let us make her photo in. And there she's an author. We're also going to check in the photo of her spouse. We don't know actually what his name is yet, but we might as well while we're here. I'm assuming that's her spouse, and she just hasn't put a random husband, Jacob. Let's check in him. Jacob Rafferty, I'm guessing it would be. We've got 3 people locked in, don't we? No, we don't. Yeah. I was going to say, I thought that we had, and I was worried that I'd got some wrong. Let's have a look. There's an book. Blah blah blah. Laura was pregnant. She was the granddaughter of a licensed. Her mother's family was called the Cossels. Yeah. So he was the lawyer, I was right. 5 pieces. Lauren's father was in the Next Generation, the Star Trek, and the Free Spheres. So the generation after Lauren's. Okay. Let's do this. Everyone is something. Gwen is an only child. Okay, let's have a look at only children. So Gwen must be this one. Gwen. She's an actor. And do we grab her photo? She is this one. Yeah. Oh, we got a bunch of new photos as well. So that would be good. Let's have a look at these other photos that we got. So these are the 5 children, are they? Let's take photos of all of them. We go. Pop even at it framed. That's them on the left. Okay, so that's Edward Clancy. Heck yeah, let's go. Boom. Alrighty, booyah indeed.
You're listening to WRTG. It's time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour, on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottrees' belongings have apparently gone missing.
I got him.
A framed photo of the Roottree family from the mid-1970s.
Yeah, that was me.
Carl had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and why. For that article, search online for WRTD News. Again, that's WRTD.
Right, we can set it up later. I'm too busy putting people in now. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, so that's the lawyer, maybe? This guy with the eye patch. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it. and the three of us were all about the same age, so this must be a miracle. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well to say the least. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. So Gwendolyn is one of these women. We'll have to look at the flavors again. And was her husband. Let's have a look at the flavors. There's only one G, so the first one must be Gwendolyn. No, that's a woman as well. If I was a girl, that would have been my name. Actually untrue, but like the name. Gwendolyn should be in this photo. So, do we know which one is Gwendolyn though? No. It could be this one, it could be this one. Could be the blonde, could be the brunette, we do not know. It does not say. Let's have a look in this book here. In the summer when I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot, I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the two of them. What a mess. But she just complained. To her, I was a lucky client. Now she's living off the glamorous life when I was stuck here with Clark. Her visage shines at me even now from the coffee table. She gets to be in Starlet. What's Starlet? Is that another movie? She elevates her world, kissing the lights of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. We have not stitched up Wild Bill yet. We have stitched up the other one. She's the first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I'm jealous. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous as me, and now they've been undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy. I'm also lucky to be born in a family that can support me from eternity. Raise a child without worry, unless colours of the widows. For real life, they scoff at me just like I do for Gwen. Let's have a look at a bunch of stuff. So, we want, do we want this one to be a brunette? This one's the blonde. This is Margot. I'd like. Now, she just said that all the women were housewives prior to Gwen. So this one's a housewife. The housewife. Easy enough. And we know that Mr. Morden was here. Did she say his name though? Or did she just say Mr. Morden? I can't actually remember. It wasn't in the other one, the photo. Mr. Morden. This is Mr. Morden. So, I haven't looked at Miracle Junior yet. This is the next generation. An attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way to the left, but I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together. So this must be the 4 siblings over here. And so we clumped over the middle and let everyone filter in behind it in front of us. The only one too good to make an appearance win. Grandma inclusive, we'd include Sam even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. Plus I didn't think it fair Miracle made it in since it's technically a 5-piece. Guess my inner child still holds a grudge even after all these years. Okay. So, let's have a think, shall we? What's I doing? I was having a think. No, I can't remember what I was having a think about. This. Now blah 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 blah. Starlet. That's what we wanted to search up. Let's keep on having a look at this in a minute. Nancy told me that everything got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president. Architects, preachers, and lawyers. So one of them is a preacher. We already know that there's an architect and a lawyer. Nobody's got time for candy. With the fun pieces refusing to step it comes down to us next gens. So I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one that volunteered. It didn't go. It goes to Zach. His surname doesn't match the candy. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. But Granddad always had very particular views when it came to his bloodline. A woman could come after all. Angie's older than Zach, and I'm the next oldest of us all. But he just laughed. When Mom told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Maybe they wanted to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. How rude, fat shaming. Fat shaming mother. We also know that her mother, we found this out from the front of the book, is named Kosal, right? Yeah, Kosal. Let's search that up. I'm on the family tree here. Kosal. Yeah, Sarah Kosal, there's only one. So that makes sense. Let's check up. We know that this is Morden. There are many Mordens. And that went to Zach or Zachariah, right? So he was the president. Second one. And he's the only person that looked like he sampled the product. So he's this bad boy here. Banger. Easy enough. Sorry if you're ringing me, I can't answer. This is Angela. We actually don't have a photo of her right now. We probably do, but Angie, because I'll tell you why. She was a housewife as well. Because everyone was a housewife before Gwen. And Gwen's like all the way over here. The reason why we know that it's Angie. I know answer the phone. Or that it was. Oh, there's another.
So you may.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Ah, you're a
I assure
Roottrees.
you I have a reasonable explanation for the secrecy. I'm about to do something big the family doesn't approve of. If you could just wait a little bit longer, I'll tell you more. In person. I'll return after 15 more blood relatives.
Alrighty. Don't get in the way of my investigation, lady. Yeah, so what was this then? Oh yeah, how we knew that it was Angie. She said over here, yeah. But the person I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over after Angie's older than Zach. And I'm the next oldest of us all. So Angie must be the oldest, Zach must be the second oldest, and then it's her. So that all made sense. Sam. Given into his wife announced that Sam was to be included in family gatherings. Lauren White's why Sam? Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told trim their branches from the family tree. So was Sam special? Am I the only one who realized? Zach, Andrew summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to uncover the rope. I recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. Who's Uncle Junior? At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy showed he saw Sam walking around the farmhands, EC and John. Upon hearing that, all three were in the box. Eli's Miracle's youngest, not my brother. So she's got a brother called Eli. Sam gave him some tools and Eli, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. Like a third cause. Why is Granddad making an exception now? Clark's too young to get married. Danielle must be his first. Jacob and I got her. Well, it's about to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. Carl forced Cancer to send him to the academy. And the most rebellious new thing I would do was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Someone brought home a darker skinned person, I'm guessing. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. So Edward, who's a son, swashbuckle my heart. That Clark and I are carrying on his name. Zach's not president after all. His sister seems a good job of raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen. So we can meet her his. All be in the streets, even Clark resting if they weren't Roottrees. Okay, we've got plenty of evidence now, so let's think a bit and put some shit in the family tree. So we need to find who Angie is. Now, Zach's got black curly hair. There a girl with black curly hair in the Free Spirit, not the Free Spirits in the Next Generation photo. No, but there is a orange person with black curly hair, and she's not in the clump. This person perhaps have orange, but I'm not sure. I think Gwen wasn't in that photo, so we need to find Gwen's other photo somewhere else. Oh, this is Gwen. This is her sons. Gwen and the boys. Couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well in Paris. So let's check her photo in as well. Where was it? Go over here. Yeah, that's it. And then we know that this... Oh no, one of these bad boys is Edward. We don't really know because we haven't really got any of their names. Let's have a look at this one. We have a look at the last famous Rootree as well, or did we? Oh no, we have not. Miracle Jr. Let's search him up quickly. Miracle Jr. City of Silver is part of the Miracle. Clergy Watch website. Search that up as well. Now Edith. Is it to his wife Edith and died. His wife is now. Still goes on a tour across the southern United States. So let's search up. Clergy Watch. No, that's just in here. Search up Miracle Network. Run by the Miracle Roottrees estate. It's quite bare bones, but has the following blurb. The testimonies to the Miracle's Roottrees. Miracle Roottrees advised her late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. Mother and father Elias and Gwyneth named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. The final child of the generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems. The power of God was side, he persevered. Interesting. He triumphed over this complication, either regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. Did he though? Because he's wearing an eye patch in that one. Miracle Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second visitor from the high power. At 18, he embedded himself in a Roottrees name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. The power of the word come to a town near you. Okay, so let's have a look at that one then. It wasn't. Yeah. Miracle the Third and his wife Nicole. Miracle Jr. is said to be world famous and gets top billing. Miracle Roottrees, who the fathers will say about who make a special appearance. Miracle the Third and his wife Nicole. By new youth pastors even. So we can check those all in the area, right? So this is Miracle. So Miracle Rootree. We know that he's this bad boy. He's a preacher. Then this is Miracle Junior. And he's also this one. He's also a preacher. His wife was named something Edith. And this is Miracle the Third. His wife's name Nicole. And then he's a preacher as well. And he's this one. Bang! Let's go! Using 100% of my brain. Jacobson Edith, Smith Nicole. Oh, booyah. We even got the Nicole right. Interesting. So, yo, we know this one's Miracle from the original photo. He's wearing glasses, so. Miracle, do we have a photo of? Yes, we do. He's wearing the rainbow here. We have another photo. I don't think so. Got a Shiver King photo here. We've got a photo of a monkey. Got original flavor. Interesting. Grape, elderberry, egg cream, cinnamon extract, and melon. So egg cream has been removed in this one and replaced with Miracle. So Miracle. So that's Muggalite. That's cinnamon. This must be Edward. Roottrees, because July. One of the Roottrees that is. I think it was good, wasn't it? Or was it Elias? Might be Elias. That would make sense because his name's Elias. Made sense that the first person would be a junior as well. Now this is a Morden. Don't know whether we've ever put that one in. This is a Jane because it's a man. We need to find out who this person is. You know that they were twins. Elias Jr. would be one of these bad boys in black and white. So this one. He was an architect. We knew that from something. Oh yeah, I put him as advertising for no reasons. Have a look at something. Jim will also be in this photo. Not this one, this other one. And one of these bad boys, Miracle Jr. I wonder if this is the child that Miracle's with. Check that in as well. There we go. We've got a few pieces of evidence from various things. We haven't locked anything up over the campaign mailer yet. And we haven't looked up. Oh yeah, we know that this person's partner is Danielle. Right. Now Clark will be in one of these bad boys as well. Family trees. He'll be in this one. So who do we think is Clark? This is Eli apparently. That looks like Jim. And that also looks like Jim. One of these is probably Jim. Does Jim wear glasses? Let's have a look. Do you wear glasses? Oh, you've got more black hair. Mike's got... He's bald. And he has a beard. It's hard to tell who would be bald and have a beard. Who's this? This guy's handsome. This is probably Jim, actually. Handsome man over here. Let's check that in. Because that guy looks like he'll be a star, you know? I don't know which one really that bad boy. So we know Zachariah had 2 daughters as well. We don't know anything about them really. This is interesting. Can I remember? No, can't really remember anything. So we've cleaned out the famous people now. Let's have a look at the page about Clark. Ah, yes, that's right. Popper's blah blah blah. Oh yeah, the other one I want to look up was Swashbuckle My Heart. So let's quickly look that up. Once I look this up, I might, or once I get to the 3, to get to the 3 people. Swashbuckle My Heart. Lauren. Rick. Be good spelled right. There we go. Read releases X marks the spot. X marks the spot. A root tree. A Buried Treasure by Lauren Roottrees, and from the author of the Court series, revisiting the diary 10 years later. Releasing in 1975, so there we go. Been released by now. So it's set in 1998, but has many new passages. The Death of Elias. Summary of Fallout has been added to your notes. Well, it's in split pages. Oh, very spicy. Revisiting the diary. Lauren's Samantha Roottrees was okay. Freelance run the farm and any old decisions related to it. None of the 5 pieces were a surprise, including Sam. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia. Patricia had away with a local farmhand named EC. None of the next student go by Patsy. Patsy's husband, she reunited with Eli Jr. and they finally married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding of her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Eli Jr. had never taken any other lover. Lauren, ever the romantic player, appreciated this. Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married. Sam should have been a Roottrees in the first place. He wanted to include her in family affairs. That's what led to Sam. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottrees. So that makes sense, right? She's illegitimate. They were trying to hide her. She's a fine woman. She might be the sister figure Glenn never was. And then the kids are lucky to have her. Ernie Jr. has been leading the day-to-day from Zach. So Ernie Jr. is one of Sam's child. Gwyneth has a green farm of her mother, her adopted grandfather. So Gwyneth might be a farmer or a gardener or something like that. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course. Her children have that covered. And Pastor Samantha Roottrees. And Zach was married for Sam wouldn't receive any candy money. EC is a confirmed bachelor. Interesting. He said it, and his roommate, Mr. Merrill, were they roommates? No. I'm not sure Sam would ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy. There's no problem with us next gens. Interesting. Clark's got married again. I just wish it wasn't my son. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. Stepped up in health. Although I can't say for Clancy or Edward. Clark and Jim are brothers whenever he could. Eli's marriage seems fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock. Pun intended. So who knows what causes these things? Jane, the band. Lord knows I was right last time. Was how many layers? There are 4 Eli's. I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. My uncle? My brother? That's why they became Uncle U or Miracles Eli or Eli C. So Miracles Eli. Grandpa Elias. So that's Elias Jr. Right. Or Junior. Makes sense. So now you can see where my pop's name. Right, Edward Clancy, right? They're a first bunch of Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. So Clancy is a junior. Miracle. With the woman, however, it goes all over. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline, who was Elias's mother. I guess that's because there's no female equivalent of junior. I remember once receiving certified mail for Edward Clancy Roottrees. He got my father's name backwards. Anger. She believes based on the teacher's name she must have been in the 3rd grade. Angry when I murmured a new girl who I did not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and her Pop walked home in town and she hugged him. I told her she was my Pop. She pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her and Pop said to treat her nice. And she said, your Pop is my dad. She screamed at you loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing. So I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, don't worry, I'm glad she is gone. Interesting. It is certainly suspicious, isn't it? Let's quickly fill in some more people, and that's where we will end it. This one, right, is Patsy or Patricia Christensen. This one is Sam. Roottrees. This would be his son and her daughter. Don't know what order they go in though. This one is Junior. This is Clint Edward. And if her son, this guy's a lecturer, a professor, if you would. We learned that from one thing that I can't remember right now. We know that they were all together in the bad boy circle. So let's have a look at the image. Now, which one of these looks like a professor? This guy looks the most like a professor, in my opinion. And it could also be this guy, but who knows? I think. And then this guy, the other one, the blonde. And two reasons this guy's the blonde. This, he's blonde. So, actually not entirely sure. Maybe I'll swap them at some stage. Do we know what his name is? Is it Elias? Eli? Because the name is right. His name. He says that my brother, L-I-C, my brother and my uncle, cousin, my brother. So I reckon this is Eli. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. We are brother. Oh yeah, indeed. We're getting older people. Oh, that was Jim. Right. Oh yeah. Alrighty, I'll end it there, but thank you so much for watching. We might play more of this, we might not, who knows. Like it if you like the video, check in a comment, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!